Hi guys, Puddin here with a game for you and my Tier 6 US cruiser, the Cleveland. And as you can see, this is ranked. Now, my captain skills are priority target, expert marksman, basic fire training, concealment, advanced fire training, and IFHE. My modules are protect my main batteries, longer AA, dam cam 1, and faster rudder shift time. Now, the plan for the team is to go to A, and being a squishy cruiser, this particular game really means you need to use concealment. And what I mean by concealment is you need to use the terrain to your advantage. Use smoke clouds if destroyers give them out, hide behind islands, and just harass enemy battleships, cruisers, and shoot destroyers whenever they're spotted. Destroyers will have a very big impact in ranked for the most part. My initial plan was to actually kind of, I don't know, maybe sit here, potentially delay B, then move forward and get behind this island and hopefully protect me from any incoming fires to possibly delay them. And I think against it because I don't want to be the first guy spotted, and I don't want to be the first gentleman shot at because I am a cruiser. For the most part, cruisers are all very, very squishy. So there's no need to take unnecessary damage. Now the island that you can see that I'm kind of looking at, that is where I'm going to pretty much hide. And the thing about ranked compared to like a real competitive is there really is no voice comms. There's no, I've always played with these guys, I know how they play. It's more or less a random competitive scene. But this is still a competitive game mode, a lot more than just randoms. So some things that work in random games don't necessarily translate into ranked. I.e., you kind of don't want to be shot at. Now, the other thing sitting in this position will do is, one, I can get people on their caps, but I have two islands that are going to protect me from torpedoes. I do have the island that is by B that I could use as some sort of concealment for them not to see me. I do get spotted, start moving forward, slow down as soon as I get undetected. But what this does is it stops their destroyer from using that gap right there to come up and get behind us. He'll have to go all the way around the island for that, and it would pretty much take him out of the game. I'm trying to maintain here as somewhat of a deterrent for the DD to work the mid, because if he does work mid, that is one of his escape routes. Now I am spotted by aircraft, but I am kind of hoping that these guys won't be able to shoot over the island. That I will, but of course that doesn't work out too well. But as you can see, I'm angled. I've got the island here to protect me. I do take some shots. Well, you know, the plane does its circle and remain hidden. Now the other thing is, if you are doing ranked, I have actually not had a lot of success in my Cleveland. My ships that I've had a lot of success with, for the most part, has been the Warspite and the Shinoma, the DD. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean those are good ships, nor those are the best ships. It's just the ships I have found to be successful. And if you find a ship to, where you are just winning in it, I strongly recommend just stick with it no matter what somebody says. While there are stronger ships and there are weaker ships, if one of the weaker ships is working for you, stick with it. And if one of the stronger ships are working for you, of course, don't change anything. But as you can see, there's only one destroyer in this game. This rank season has also seemed to be a very battleship heavy meta. This replays a little bit of, you know, my gameplay and my thoughts to maybe help anybody reach the higher tier ranks. Now, I've never ranked out in any of the previous seasons because I just didn't feel like putting up with the frustration that was ranked. For some reason, this season seems to be going a lot better than me. I have reached rank 5 prior, and I do consider myself to be at least a competent player, but not an excellent player. So sometimes some carrying is needed. I still make mistakes. Now, I'm still mainly just using this one spot. As you can see, my team has moved on. But I'm trying to maintain this position. I still have escape routes. I have things I can hide behind. So, I'm just going to maintain this for as long as I can. But as you can see, that really is going to stop them from coming in, like through in front of me, to where if they want to come to flank our team, they do have to go all the way behind because I am sitting here. Now, this is not a glorious thing. You probably will never see anybody do that in a random battle, but in rank that is an important thing. But as you can see, I'm never too far from my team. Now, if you notice, the last known location for the DD was at E7 there, and that's why I'm still maintaining this area. He's not going to be able to come around through that little gap. Now, I knew I was going to get spotted by the Cleveland for a split second, but as you can see, there is a slight gap there in island coverage for me to remain hidden completely. Now, the other thing with ranked is if most of your team want to go somewhere and you don't agree with it, work with the team. Your best thing to do in ranked is work with the team. Stick with the team, help the team out. Use your F keys, even if you're a slow, horrific typer such as myself. Use the F keys. Use F3 for, hey, shoot this guy. Hey, I could use some help, or even affirmative, negative, thank you. All those things really do help. As you can see, I'm really kind of working the flank here for the most part by myself. I'm not sure what our Joni is doing, but with where our destroyer is spotted, and I know I have decent-esque concealment, I wanted to get a little bit closer to this island to protect from that. I am kind of working the flank, so like a lot of these guys are potentially not looking at me. The other thing is, if you see low health ships, you need to shoot at it. If you can shoot at it, shoot at it. What I'm about to do may cost me my life, but I think of it like this. I'm going to come on the outside here because it looks like nobody can get hits on these two low health cruisers. I'm going to come out and take out these two cruisers, and if I die, I feel that's a relatively fair trade. I've taken out 2 of their ships. They've only taken out 1 of ours. We will have the ship advantage by 1, as you can see, because each team is down 1 ship. Get the first guy. The other thing is, if you know how to shoot in the smoke, shoot in the smoke. See this gentleman backing up because I didn't have shots on the Bajonia, but right now I'm doing a kiting position. This is a calculated risk, and I'm going to take it because, like I said, most of the enemy team was looking at the big force there. Now, if you are able to pull stuff off like this, this is helping the team. Rank is all about the team effort, the teamwork, helping the team. It's not about how many kills you get. It's not about the damage. It doesn't matter who gets the kill. You just get the kills. The less guns they have, the better off you are because there are fewer of you. Now, I'm trying to set the Byron on fire. I know my IFHE won't affect him as much as it will the Arizona, but still, I'm doing my darndest to deal with him, get his fires going, just to see if somebody else can. Having a hard time hitting him, so screw it. Might as well take a shot at the Arizona. And I was going to use front guns on him, back guns on the Byron, but of course by the time my turrets did turn, the rear turrets were ready to shoot also. Now, the other thing is, focus fire. As you can see, I've only done 27,000 damage, but I've killed 2 ships. I've taken out two guns out of the game here. What that really does allow to do is it forces people to focused fire, because there's less targets to shoot at. Everyone's pretty much going to shoot at the same thing. You can see here I got the island using it as cover, and you know what? Anybody who sits there and talks crap about any cruiser sitting behind an island is just a straight out idiot. Don't understand what you're doing or why you're doing it. If you're helping the team, there's really no fault to it. There are stupid moves to make, and then there are the not intelligent, and then there are the smart moves. Now, being a DD, you should use your smoke for the team while you spot. Doesn't seem to be a very big carrier influence in this game, but if there is a carrier, the carrier can spot. If not, the destroyers have to do it. You should only use your smoke probably at the initial start if you need to stay alive on a cap. The other thing is, the cap's really there to force people into an engagement. I.e., they got the cap first. They're going to have the points lead if nobody moves. So you're going to have to do something about it. Now, I do get close enough to this Arizona to where my AP is going to do more damage. And like I said, I'm more worried about just getting this guy killed than setting fires or getting any sort of ribbons. It's, it's just better off just to get this guy dead. He's also not looking at me, but as you can see, I'm getting nice salvos on him. I think for the most part, we all have to remember that ranked is about the team. It's not about individual performances. Of course, I'm going to have some decent results, but so is everyone else on the team. But I'm more important about getting the stars and moving up. Finish off the Arizona. And I was thinking, what, should I go for the ram on this guy? I saw torps. I'm like, nah, it wasn't a bad idea. I'll just, I'll get the HE, I'll get the fire, because I really didn't expect to survive this engagement prior to me just rushing, but his guns aren't looking at me. HE was the right choice anyways, because he's not showing me broadside. But I will switch to AP when he does show me his side. I do believe that we'll finish him off as soon as these AP hits. And now we're going to look at the post-battle results. 67,000 damage, Kraken Unleashed. And with the 5 ships that I managed to finish off while the team did some nice work to them. Number 1 on a team with base experience of 1,500. But as you can see, everybody did their part as far as experience-wise, which means they did their part in game. Showing you a money screen because, well, it's what I usually do anyways. 50,000 damage coming from my HE, 11,000 from the AP, 1,700 from the secondaries, and 3,000 from the fires. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy this replay. I kind of just did my thoughts, my opinions, a little bit tips to help you guys out more than just a straight out, this is what I was doing, what I was thinking. But remember, ranked is all about the team. It's what's best for the team, not what is best for you. Best for you. The only stat that really matters in ranked is winning. My personal feelings on the top player keeping a star has been well known in Stun's podcast. Now, remember, please compliment good team play, good team work. We are quick to report, slow to compliment. Please hit that like and subscribe button and have yourselves one heck of a great day.